So today we're going to be going over 10 fragrances that will get you a lot of attention from women. Yeah, another one of those videos. Believe it or not, these videos are requested all the time, and it may not be hard to believe because, well, if you look through my comments and you look just in general around the fragrance community, you'll see a common trend. And that trend is that people really want the compliment getters. That's all they care about, that's all they want from fragrances, and so, well, I have to deliver that. Let's jump right into this one. First up, we have Varvatos Artisan XX. Vetiver, orange, and bergamot are going to be some of the main notes with this one. This is the newest Varvatos, and it's an artisan flanker, which I thought was pretty cool. The bottle looks fantastic, and the scent is even better. The vetiver gives it a nice soapy, clean smell. This is very much the style of scent that will get you a bunch of positive reactions. And the reason why is because it is just so likable. I mean, this type of thing does not smell off-putting. It's bright and fresh for summertime, yet it still has that soapy, clean smell, which could allow it to work year-round. But I think warmer, milder weather is really nice for this one. It's actually one of my favorite releases from Varvatos. Believe it or not, one of their newest fragrances is one of my favorites because it seems like they were starting to go downhill a little bit with some of their other releases, but this one is really solid, and I do think they redeemed themselves here. Next up, we have Montblanc Legend Eau de Parfum. Bergamot, woods, and violet leaf are going to be some of the main notes with this one. So simply put, this one is just a stronger, more intense version of the original Legend with a little bit of a twist. You know, you get that modern woods smell, you get this watery violet leaf, and a nice fresh bergamot. It's your standard, typical, run-of-the-mill, modern men's scent. This is not going to wow you, this is not going to blow you away, but what it is going to do is get you a bunch of positive feedback, which is the goal of this video. If all you're after is getting compliments and smelling good to those around you, this type of thing works so good every time. Basically fail-proof. Let's go ahead and move on to one of the best fragrance lines of all time for designers ever created, that is Invictus. This one is a flanker, and that is Invictus Intense. Yeah, everyone's favorite fragrance line. Let's go ahead and talk about it a little bit more. Whiskey, orange blossom, and ambroxan are some of the main notes here in Invictus Intense. This is actually a one that I can get down with. It's pretty solid. The original Invictus just isn't so much for me anymore. Invictus Legend, same thing. Invictus Aqua, I really love for nostalgic purposes, but Invictus Intense I find to be not half bad. Get that boozy whiskey up top, a lot of ambroxan in here, which is typical, and then a bit of a floral orange blossom. Smells overall pretty solid, and best part about it is a fantastic compliment getter, really just like the rest of the line. But this one does give you a little bit of a twist and a little bit of variety, which I like. Maybe you're not the biggest fan of the original Invictus or any of the others. This one is worth a shot if you kind of want to get into that DNA with just a bit of a different take. And if you're after compliments and positive feedback, that sort of thing, it's also important that you take care of your personal hygiene, everything from showering every day, wearing deodorant, and also taking care of your skin, your complexion. And that's why I'm glad to have Tiege Hanley back on the channel this month to be the sponsor of this video. I've been using them for months now, and I've seen a huge difference and a huge improvement in my overall skin. It looks better, it feels better, and it feels much healthier. And I've been told multiple times in person and even on YouTube that my skin does look better, and it has made a huge difference. I recommend starting with their level 1 system, which includes all of the basics. A daily face wash, a 2 times per week exfoliating scrub, a morning moisturizer with SPF 20, and an evening moisturizer. You get all of this for just $25 a month. It's completely automated, it's a subscription service, you don't have to think about it, you don't have to worry about it. It all comes to you in a box with an instruction card telling you exactly how much and what to use and when to use it. They take all of the guesswork out of it, and it couldn't be easier. And because they're sponsoring today's video, they're going to hook you guys up with a special offer. Click the first link in the video description and get a free hand towel with your first box. Thanks again to Tiege Hanley for sponsoring this video. Let's get back into this one. We'll continue this one with Le Male On Board, the newest flanker as well this year. Bergamot, tonka bean, and amber are some of the main notes. I really like this one. Going into it, I was on the fence. You know, I knew it wasn't going to smell bad by any means, but I didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much as I do. I did a first impressions video on this one, and I talked about how I think this could potentially be a really solid replacement to Superman and Popeye. And again, the scents are different. You know, this is a different style scent. I mean, it still is a summer edition, but it's not a clone, or, you know, it's not just a different version of those. But I do think that this could generate the hype and the popularity that those other ones did, and it could be a really good hit in the summertime once it hits discounters, once it hits, you know, all the retailers in the US. We're in July right now. I would say by the end of this month, early August, this one will really be fully populated here, and I think it'll do really well, although might be pushing it a little bit late. Get a bit of that sweetness, that modern men's sweetness that you would expect in pretty much any new release these days. There's just something pleasant and playful about it, and I think it works really well, and compliment factor is fantastic, as you would expect. Let's go ahead and move on to Givenchy Gentleman Eau de Toilette 2017. Iris, pear, and lavender are some of the main notes. So it opens up with the pear. It's fruity, it's fresh, it's a bit sweet, and it is delicious. You get that floral, soapy iris right away, but it's a fresher iris. It's nothing too sweet here. Then you get a nice, clean, fresh lavender. Pretty standard. This is a really, really solid scent. You know, I've been a fan of the Eau de Parfum and some of the others in the line for a while, but I put off the Eau de Toilette for a long time, and I wish I would have gotten it sooner. This one here is just so wearable, so pleasant, and for warm days, it smells great. A great compliment getter as well, because there's something different about it. You know, it's kind of head turning. Put some heat on this one, it opens up and smells fantastic. Highly recommended, and it's very affordable as well at discounters. This next one, we're going to go with another Paco Rabanne, but it is not an Invictus flanker, so no worries there. This is Pure XS Night. Caramel, myrrh, vanilla, and ginger are some of the main notes. So it opens up with this ginger and ginseng right off the top. It is extremely spicy. But that spiciness does start to wear off, and you transition into a nice, soft, sweet caramel, myrrh, vanilla mixture. It smells delicious and great in the wintertime. You know, you get some of that cool, crisp air helping to calm this one down a little bit. One of my favorites to wear when it's cold outside. Not so suitable for this time of year, but it's one you can pick up and stash away until we get into fall and winter, and then you can wear it and go crazy with it. For me, it's one that I love to wear a lot, and a lot of times I get kind of hooked on it, and I'll wear it for days in a row. Coming from Paco Rabanne, it's very impressive stuff, and if you want something a bit different, this is it. At the same time, it still has that head-turning, mass-appealing compliment factor whole thing about it, and it works great. We're going to move on to one of the best designer houses in the $50 range. This is from Versace, and it is Eros Eau de Parfum. Mint, vanilla, and apple are some of the main notes. Pretty standard, pretty typical. This is just Eros, but in an Eau de Parfum concentration, and it revives that once really strong DNA. If you look online, one of the main complaints about Eros, the original, is performance. It's not as strong as it used to be. Eros Eau de Parfum fixed that. And it's almost like they had this planned all along. Over the years, they slowly watered it down and dialed it back, and then, well, out comes an Eau de Parfum. It's annoying, it's weird, but that's just kind of how this stuff works, so you might as well get used to it. This one is fully available on discounters now. I think it has been for a while, so you can get it at a nice discounted price, and it is worth having around if you're a fan of the original DNA and you want that performance again. One thing that is for certain is that this DNA is a compliment monster. It is ridiculous how well this scent does in terms of mass appeal. Check it out, get it if that's all you care about, because it's going to do you so well, and it is worth the investment if that's what you're after. Let's go ahead and move on to Azzaro Wanted by Night. Cinnamon, orange, fruity notes, and tobacco are some of the main notes here. It's spicy, it's fruity, it's sweet, it's a bit playful as well from that kind of fruity sweetness like the original Wanted, and it also has this mysterious nighttime edge about it. A really nice combination. You could go casual with this one, and you can also go, a little bit dressed up as well, like for a date or something. This isn't something I would choose if I was wearing a suit and tie and going to a business meeting, but you get the idea here. For a night out, hence the name, this one is really great, and it works fantastic in the cooler months, fall and winter. Could wear it on a summer evening, but that might be pushing it depending on how hot it is outside. One thing's for sure, compliments galore with this one. Same with the original Wanted. Both of these work great. And again, following the trend here with a lot of these, they're very affordable as well at discounters. Let's move on to a Diesel. This brand doesn't really get a whole lot of love in the community in terms of their scents, but I do think they have some good ones, and at the end of the day, when taking a look at mass appeal, they work really well. This one is Diesel Bad Intense. Yeah, the name is everyone's favorite, Diesel Bad. A lot of people are going to say the fragrance is bad, and, well, it might be, but it does get great compliments, so awesome. White tobacco, woods, nutmeg, and caviar are some of the main notes. Yeah, caviar. Truthfully, I don't think the fragrance is bad. I think some people may be a bit harsh on Diesel Bad and Diesel Bad Intense, but I think they're okay. You get a spiciness from the nutmeg, you get a nice sweetness from the white tobacco, and you just get an overall masculine, modern woodiness. Same thing here. It has a little bit of a bubblegummy Invictus type of vibe, but this one goes much further in a different direction. That's why I prefer the Intense over the original. All in all, it's a great scent. A little bit pricey for what it is, I will admit, but it is pretty decent and something a bit unique when talking about the mass appeal and compliment getting scents. You know, this one will set you apart more than regular Invictus will. And last up for this video, we have Prada Lunarosa Sport. Vanilla, lavender, and tonka bean are some of the main notes here in this one. This is a nice creamy, soapy, fresh, clean lavender scent with, you know, a nice sweet vanilla in here. Prada does it best when it comes to fragrances in this category. I mean, they're clean, they're modern, they're sexy, they're masculine, and they smell high-end and luxurious without having to cost a whole lot of money. I believe you can get this one for around $48 to $50 on FragranceNet. It's a really solid price. You get great quality, great performance, and great versatility and wearability. And on top of all that, it is a compliment beast, well, like you would expect, considering the title of this video. I like the Prada Lunarosa line a lot. They have a lot of great scents. Prada Lunarosa Black, Prada Lunarosa Carbon. Those are both great compliment getters as well, and they could easily be in this video, but I wanted to throw in something that I don't normally talk about. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me. That is 10 fragrances that will get you attention from women, basically guaranteed. Again, thanks to Tiege Hanley for sponsoring this video. They will be linked down below. First link in the description will get you a free hand towel with your first box. And I will also link all the fragrances that I mentioned today down below to discounters as well. Hit those links and they'll take you right there. Super easy. That's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.